I'm replying to Dan Mara's video. I'm going to comment on the pain of leaving and the part that all religions make mistakes. A JW made a comment and said that if our religion is so evil, if we're a false religion, then there's no reason for all this heartache and for you to have such a hard time in moving on with your life. You know, we're evil, we're bad in your eyes, so it should be an easy thing to just get on and leave us, you know, and be happy in your new life. That just shows a lack of empathy or sympathy for a human being. It's wrong to grieve over a loss. We've lost so much to this way of life, to having been a Jehovah's Witness. We have been betrayed. We've been violated. You know, you have used illustrations and talking about how kids' view of the world is affected by finding out that they were lied to about Santa Claus. How do you think it feels to find out you've been lied to in regards to your religion? Okay? This is the pain we don't wish on anyone. So for you to say that, oh, apostates seek to infect and destroy others' faith and lives. No, we don't. We just want to expose the organization. But for the individual Jehovah's Witnesses, it is a painful thing when you come to realize that it was all a lie. We don't wish this on anyone. Okay? It's not easy. It really isn't. And it amounts to having to recover from rape. Very harsh word, yes. But I am justified in saying that. You know, it is a spiritual abuse and rape that you have heaped upon us. It is a mental rape by your methods of indoctrination and in instilling fear as to what would life be like if we left. You know, there's no other way of life. You know, the indoctrination that it is the one true religion and this is all there is and everything else is fake and there's nothing out there for you. That's mental rape. I can use the word rape in regards to what the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society does, because I was molested as a child, and all the feelings, all the heartache, all the betrayal, the violation that I felt in regards to being molested, I feel it once again. I feel like the same, girl who cried for years in a fetal position, wondering why did this happen to me? How could he do this to me? How could Watchtower do this to me? That's how I feel. And that's why I can use that word, rape. Okay? For former JWs, disfellowship, the ones who have exited, don't feel bad about the pain you're going through. Okay? Others understand. Reach out. And don't feel ashamed in your grief. Grief for a loss is natural. So go ahead. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to vent, vent. If you need to feel angry, go ahead. It is justified because we have been dealt with in a horrible way. We have been damaged, emotionally and psychologically. We have had our families ripped away from us. Yes, there is pain in leaving this religion. Your identity, your whole sense of what is right and wrong and what's real and what's not has all been turned upside down. You're not alone in your pain, And it's an individual recovery. Don't be so hard on yourself in regards to how long it takes you to recover, because recovering from grief is an individual journey. Coping with loss is an individual journey. So, it's okay to take your time. Just take it easy. Take one day at a time, and but work on healing. Find what works for you, and others. We shouldn't criticize anyone as to how they choose to go about in their recovery. We should look out for each other, make sure that we're dealing with it healthy. But for some people, vlogging on a video is healthy for them. And it helps them to get over it. So, I want to talk about all religions make mistakes. I don't think the Watchtower corporates, the governing body, faithful and discreet slave, gets to use that excuse. Religions make mistakes. People make mistakes. We're imperfect. You don't get to use that excuse. You have blood dripping from your hands. Okay? Let's think about all the lives devastated and lost in Malawi. All the lives lost due to standing up for persecution for something they thought was true. Okay? Let's talk about all the lives lost in regards to the blood doctrine. Let's talk about the families that have been devastated, that have been ripped apart by you. You have blood on your hands. You don't get to say, oh, we're only human, we're imperfect. Not to me, you don't. I find that unacceptable. Unacceptable. Okay? You are guilty of such a crime that I don't feel you deserve to use that excuse. You don't get to say, we're only human. You're not human. You are a heartless corporation that masks itself as a religion, and you leave behind a trail of misery and hurt. So, any JW that has been insulted or offended, I am not insulting you as an individual, okay? You can't help it. You are being victimized. But, I'm talking to the lawyers, to the corporates, working for Watchtower, the governing body. You know what I say is true. You don't get to use that excuse. So, that's my take on all this.